Thursday.
That's
So
actually
I'm
nice.
chilling.
Damn.
Post this on Snap. You heard. Quick show today. I don't really have a lot. To talk about, to be honest. I've been noticing like the Monday shows are going to be like slow for the rest of the year. I'm going to discuss the new format, but welcome everyone to what episode are we? 13th episode.
13.
So we're moving of Some Casual Takes, a podcast hosted by me, Stephen Pepper, featuring other sports fans debating interesting topics with the most casual takes. This episode is brought to you by no one. Short episode today. Like, I don't know if the live stream caught it, but short episode today. I think how I'm going to do it. I do shows Monday at 5 and Friday at 12:30 or 12, depending on when I can get guests. I think Monday is just going to be like a more laid back, a chill discussion, like what this is, just like what happened over the weekend recaps, just kind of just like chill topics. But Friday, like last Friday, I forgot to promote it on Snap, but I had an influencer on, one of my boys who has a TikTok, who'll be on Player's Choice here and there, and I think Friday is going to be like where I do like crazy, like high energy debates, because we were debating about a lot of stuff. That's where like all my new TikTok clips are about. I think we're gonna do like more high energy debates on Friday, but Mondays are gonna be like the chill weekend recap, just like what happened, get stuff off our mind from the weekend. But Fridays when we like do crazy stuff, like an Allen Iverson or James Harden debate would be for a Friday. Monday's more of like what happened with the games over the weekend type of thing. I think I'm gonna keep that for now, because since I have a lot, because I have no class on Friday, so I can do whatever I want on Friday. But Monday, I'm kind of like a time crunch because I have 3 classes and then so much homework and all that. So I have to make Monday just like a shorter episode. The Friday's episode was 2 hours, bro. We were going it for a long time. It just got interrupted. We had to end it early because of the Kyrie trade. But I'm here with Ian. Ian's back. All right,
What
Nick.
up?
Thanks for the comment, Nick. Capo and Ski. Ski is back. Ski, bro, your TikToks went viral, my guy.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is booming.
Ski had some viral TikToks, bro. I forgot which ones you were all in, but I know for sure you were in the Damian Lillard. Well, you're in the Harden one, and then you're in the Damian Lillard Curry one was also pretty viral. So it's viral Ski.
Yeah,
So maybe today we get more viral clips. Maybe like the algorithm just loves Skino.
hopefully.
They throw them in the algorithm.
Hopefully.
So we have a couple topics today. Like I said, it's short, but Skino, this is not a topic. I just want to get like just your quick opinion on it. How do you feel about your guy, James Harden, not being an all-star, bro? I touched on it on the Friday show, but you weren't there. Just want to get your Harden.
No, it's rough, bro. It's rough. I mean, I guess it's because of votings. You can say that. I don't know, but I don't know. All I know is
Drew Holiday getting a position over James Harden.
That's crazy to me.
You know what? It is what it is, bro. I mean, I guess he didn't have the. I don't know. Harden's been hurt, I feel like, a little bit this season. So I don't know. Maybe you can. I really don't know. But I feel like he's performing at his best right now. He's producing. Is he an all-star? Yes, I think so. So yeah, they were wrong.
22, 11 on like 61% true shooting.
Yeah, no, they're wrong.
I saw a tweet. I said on the Friday show, I saw a tweet that said 3 other times at least 22, 11, and 61% true shooting happened.
Yep.
Twice was by Magic Johnson in 2 MVP seasons, and the other time was by James Harden when he was second in MVP.
Yep.
So like, this is some like crazy like numbers people put. I'm not saying put up MVP numbers. That's all-star numbers for like the what?
At least. Yeah. Exactly.
No offense to Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was holding his own when Giannis was out. I think Drew Holiday won Eastern Conference Player of the Week one week. I think he was averaging like 30 a game, keeping the Bucks afloat. But nah, you just got to give it to Harden. I'd put Harden above Halliburton. I know Halliburton is doing crazy in Indiana, but I'm putting Harden before Halliburton.
He's losing his respect.
I know. Ian doesn't like that as a Pacers
fan. I personally could agree with that. But then at the same time, it's like I think a guy averaging a double-double, and the team is doing relatively well. I feel like they should have a spot.
I think De'Aaron Fox averaging 25 a game for a top 3 seed and getting snubbed is actually insane.
Yeah,
I'm putting De'Aaron Fox over Jaren Jackson. Maybe they were doing it because of
But
position.
that was the biggest shock to me. I didn't think
Jaren
Jaren
Jackson,
Jackson.
I don't know. That was pure glazing. John Morant must have gotten some of his Memphis goons and his daddy to go up. We're going to talk about John Morant later
Point
today.
the gun.
John Morant definitely had to get some of his Memphis goons up in Adam Silver's office, pointing that laser beam at him, bro. Red dot on Adam Silver's head. We're going to get to that in a second. There's also the new the new Pro Bowl format on Sunday. I didn't watch it. I don't know if you watched it, Ian. Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone. Capo, I don't know if you watched it.
So I watched the Thursday dodgeball.
Yeah, I watched the skills comp. I thought that was pretty fun.
You know what? I think they might just want to rethink that as a whole, because clearly, this didn't really have as much. A lot of people weren't quite as on board with it, and the old format clearly wasn't working either. I mean, it's a meaningless game, so they're gonna have to figure something out and put some stakes, something on the line, because whatever they're doing now is not working.
I think they probably already do money. I think that's what they used to do, but because that's what they start doing with the NBA now. They do the charity thing, which they may play for that, but I don't know. I'm just not spending like 2 or 3 because Sunday, all I do on Sunday is do homework. So I'm not wasting 2 hours of homework time to watch Tyler Huntley play flag football. So I'm good.
I forgot about the AFC quarterbacks. They were so.
Oh no, it was bad. It was Derek Carr, Trevor Lawrence, and Tyler Huntley. It was bad.
Yeah, I forgot.
I think half the quarterbacks just said no. Like Josh Allen and Joe Burrow just said no, and then Mahomes obviously in the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert said no.
Sam Ellinger might have been up on there.
Yeah, and dude, Tyler Huntley threw 2 touchdowns and had 3 interceptions, and somehow was Pro Bowl. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I might as well be a Pro Bowler. But we'll get to the main topic. So obviously, what happened last Friday? We broke the news, breaking news, that Kyrie requested a trade before the deadline, or else he was going to leave. And then yesterday, Kyrie Irving got traded, not to where I wanted it to go. Kyrie Irving is now a Dallas Maverick. And Ian, I'm going to start with you. What is your thoughts on Kyrie in the Mavs?
Yeah, so I have quite a few thoughts. I'm kind of I'm not even really a LeBron fan, but I want to see the Lakers competitive. So I was really hoping that he would go there. And I also noticed that the trade hasn't been officially finalized by the league. So there still could be another team that gets put in there. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens with that. But as far as what the product is going to be on the court, it's nice to see that Luka has somebody else that could step up, especially when he's having an off night.
Finally gets that second star.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure that Kyrie Irving is the guy that's going to take him over the hump. And my reason is really just the same reason that you probably will see a lot of people talk about. It's his availability. I mean, he's played a decent amount this season, but I mean, Kyrie has proven over the past really few years since they won the world championship in Cleveland that he can't be trusted. I can't trust him to be on the court consistently. But I just don't see that really tipping the scale for Dallas. I think that it's definitely a help, but in a Western Conference that has so many deep teams, I mean, we did a show a few weeks ago, and I could barely tell you, people who were on Dallas's roster outside of Luka, Dinwiddie, and Finney-Smith, those kind of guys.
Yeah, and now they just traded 2 of their biggest role players. So now I'm trying to name more people.
Right. It just seems like the same problem that was going on in Brooklyn at one point, where you had KD playing with I mean, he named Claxton, but he's playing well, but
an extremely top heavy team.
Yeah, it was a top. Yeah, I can't remember the exact players he named, but you get what I'm saying. So,
dude, the whole trade process was just weird. You see what Joe Tsai said, the GM of the Nets, or was he the owner? I don't know. He's the owner.
He said he was trying to keep him away from LA.
Yeah, he said he was doing everything he can not to send a Lakers package. I'm actually going to just give a little round of applause to Rob Pelinka. First of all, I actually didn't think he was man enough to send a trade, man enough to actually put those 2 picks in a package with Westbrook and even like another role player like a Christie and send it to Brooklyn for Kyrie on an inspiring deal. I didn't think he was going to do it. But I made a TikTok saying, bro, this is a legacy game for Rob Pelinka. I can't even blame Pelinka. What did you want Pelinka to do with all this information that's coming out? So I got to give him his props. I'm not hating on Pelinka anymore. Yet now, he's not off the books yet, but I'll give him a little applause. That was just a hating GM. It actually hurt for me to see. You guys see that ESPN interview with LeBron?
Yeah, I just
today?
watched it actually a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
LeBron saying in the tweet about LeBron saying it must be me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I knew LeBron was
down,
sick when that Shams bomb hit, bro. LeBron was sick.
I can't blame him because as an ex-LeBron hater, I've come around to really appreciate his greatness. And, he's dropping, 40 a game just for them to be in it. Just for them to be in it. It's kind of crazy, what we're witnessing this season. He's having a career year. They're under 500. I mean, if you 5 years ago, if LeBron was having this kind of success, you would have thought oh, this is the number one team in the East, the number one team in the West. It's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you guys, Skino and Capo, and then Ian can chime in after. Are the Mavs a contender now that they got Kyrie?
I think they're a contender. I don't think I definitely don't see them winning. I just see them being the team that could potentially come out the East. I feel like the Mavs, I feel like the Nuggets, the Grizzlies have to prove themselves just as much as the Mavs do. I don't think they've earned a guaranteed path to the finals. So I think the Mavs. The only thing I'm worried about is that they don't have the depth that they need later down the line when it comes to 7-game series. But we've seen times where it doesn't always require that. So I mean, I don't think this is the thing that exactly gets them to the finals, but I do believe they could be potential contenders, and I see it potentially working out.
Ski, do you see a chance where they raise that Western Conference trophy up?
I mean, I see a small chance. I mean, I agree. I mean, obviously having a player like Kyrie Irving that certainly doesn't hurt you, but in the same breath, it's just kind of that doesn't really address necessarily the problem. The problem with the Dallas Mavericks was that Luka Doncic was going crazy, and nights when he even when he has 50 points, you've got a bunch of no names on the roster who can't create shots and can't consistently score, and you occasionally get a game out of Finney Smith or somebody like that, or Dinwiddie.
And now Finney Smith's gone.
Yeah, but if you look at the way that these championship teams are constructed, there's a lot more depth. You can talk about Golden State. They had a lot of, I don't want to call them has-beens, but you can look at guys like Iguodala or Andrew Wiggins. They seem to kind of repurpose these guys, and they just start looking really, really good, alongside with their superstars. So just adding a name alongside Luka and a bunch of no names, it just doesn't really do it for me. It doesn't tip the scale. And I do agree they have to prove themselves.
The Mavs are tough because I do think when you add a 27-point per game scorer who's capable of going for 40 in a playoff game next to a guy who's averaging 34 points per game who's also capable of going for 40 in a playoff game, that team could be deadly offensively. But I also have an issue too with their depth. I mean, to get Kyrie, they traded 2 of their huge role players.
Right.
I mean, even with Finney Smith, even with Dinwiddie, what was the Mavs' problem this season? It was their lack of depth and shot creators outside of Luka. I mean, you get Kyrie, but your 2 best role players are now gone. So it's Luka, Kyrie in a huge gap. And then you get they still have Christian Wood, but then after Wood, it's a huge gap before. So it's a very top-heavy team. And not only that, you're adding – not only that, the Dallas Mavericks right now have the 7th worst defense in basketball. And now they added a guy to the team, to their backcourt next to Luka, who is nowhere near known to play a lick of defense. So now you've got 2 guards who are allergic to playing defense on a team that's already the 7th worst defense in the league. That is not a formula for Western Conference championship winning. I think this could be a great team that could win a playoff series or two, that could put up a lot of points on a given night, who can win just by scoring of Luka and Kyrie. But like you said, I think the two things that you need is depth. In a league like today, with a league with this much talent today, you need depth and defense. And the Dallas Mavericks have none of that. So therefore, they're not NBA contenders to me.
I also want to say I did forget about Christian Wood just because of how he's played this season. I almost want to say that I thought he was in Houston, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
He's playing all right. I think he's averaging 17 a game. He's
like
been
14.
All right.
It's like 14.
He gave the Lakers 30 on Christmas Day.
Yeah, he's just been disappointing because I thought that was going to be a bigger addition than it has been. But I do think that I actually think he will be the key to some of their success in adding that third option.
Yeah,
being
third offensive option.
Yeah.
Third offensive option, right? But the thing is, what's Christian Wood not known for as well? Defense.
Yeah,
he's a lot.
I think this team is going to really struggle when they play teams with size and offensive interior presences, like a healthy Pelicans, the Nuggets with Nicole. There's no way I don't think that this team's not guarding Nikola Jokic. They're going to struggle against a team like Memphis with their size, with their Jaren Jacksons and their height. They're going to struggle with teams with size. This team's not guarding Anthony Davis. The fully healthy Lakers mess around. I don't think the Mavericks could be Anthony Davis. I mean, who on Dallas is stopping Anthony Davis? So I'm just saying, you can name Christian Wood too, but this is also another guy. So your three best players cannot play defense to save their lives. I mean, Christian Wood is actually he's not that bad of a. Is Christian? He played pretty good rim protecting against the Lakers. He's not that bad of a rim protector. I just don't think on ball perimeter defense he's that good. He's not known for playing defense, but he can block some shots. What did Chris say, bro? Chris said, "What's big?" Chris thinks I look like Big Dogs TV. That fake Klay Thompson. Okay, bro. What's Big Dogs TV, Gunna, Rick Ross, and Drugba doing all on the same panel? Yikes, bro. He said group leader.
What did he say?
Chris, man. King XX player.
Dude, I don't look like Big Dogs TV, bro. I don't look like the fake Klay Thompson. Whatever. Yeah, but now we talked about actually, Skino, you didn't say anything about the Mavs.
Oh yeah, no, my bad. I got a call during that, but
you good?
Yeah, no, basically, yeah, they could whatever you guys said. They could be a contending team. I don't know if they can be Western Conference Final, that type of caliber, like winning that. I don't know if they can do that, and the reason being is because of their depth. But yeah, honestly, I don't even know if Kyrie is gonna even want to stay there. I don't know if he wants to play. I don't know if anything, because Kyrie, he's unreliable, like Ian said. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good pickup for Dallas. I think Luka can get some type of support, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna be as great.
The only thing I'll give Dallas too is that they snuck up on people last year. I don't think anybody saw them going into the Western Conference Finals. So there's that element, but Kyrie Irving right now, until he proves to me that he can stay on the court consistently, because it's cloudy over here. I don't know if he's going to protest that and miss tonight's game, to tell you the truth. But he's got to play.
Do you think the Mavs gave up
my bad. You go.
Yeah. Do you think the Mavs that was a balanced trade for them? I think in my mind I'm giving up, regardless of depth, I'm throwing Dinwiddie and Finney-Smith to the Wolves, and I'm giving up whatever. I just seen what other teams offered the Nets, including the Suns and the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know what the Nets were thinking.
I don't understand it. I don't know their approach.
Joseph side, bro. How do they not take the Lakers deal? How? I get that you're gonna get better role players to put next to KD with the Finney-Smith and the Dinwiddie, and you still get picks. You get a first round pick in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if you're really thinking about the future, as in like moving off Kevin Durant, you got to take the Lakers deal. Because what we know that those 2 Lakers picks are some of the most valuable things in the NBA right now, the way they be hyping them up. In 2027 and 2029, who's to say that LeBron's on the Lakers? Who's to say Anthony Davis is on the Lakers or not hurt? We can have a completely different Lakers team in 2027, 2029. Those could be lottery picks.
Yeah.
Those are extremely valuable. And you only get Westbrook for 3 months, and he's gone. Then you have all the cap that you want. And you could have gotten another role player from the Lakers if you really were pressing them. And you got picks from Dallas, but I really don't think the Dallas picks are that valuable because Luka Doncic. I think Luka Doncic,
they have a solid
at least I can see, is going to be like a Dirk Nowitzki, a Dallas Maverick for life.
Yeah.
And if Mark Cuban can really, I don't think Mark Cuban's going to let Luka Doncic walk. So,
I mean, aren't they like 6 years down the line too? I'm pretty sure I saw it was like a 2029 first round pick, and some second round compensation as well.
Yeah, I think those picks aren't going to be that crazy too. I'd rather have the Lakers pick. I think Phoenix Suns offered what, Crowder and Chris Paul.
Crowder, and a couple picks too.
I'll take that.
I think if you were trying to win now, that's the trade that you take. So I don't get that. I don't get it at all.
Is it time to trade Kevin Durant? I kind of think it is. I might call up Phoenix and be like, "Yo, Aiden available? You got some picks? Like, what's up?"
Yeah.
How much longer is Kevin Durant under contract?
What, like 2-3 years? Like 2 years?
I think he signed something long term. Not 100% sure, but
I don't know, bro. But like, if Kyrie's gone, what are you gonna do with Kevin Durant?
Yeah, I mean, he already requested the trade in the offseason.
And if you were looking to keep Kevin Durant, what you could have done was just take Westbrook, take the cap, eat it, and then open up the max slot next offseason. But you didn't want to do that. Might as well just trade Kevin Durant, make some calls.
Yeah.
I'm trading Kevin Durant. Like, there's no future in Brooklyn. There's no future. If there was a future, they should have just taken the Lakers deal, got those 2 first-round picks, took the max slot of Westbrook, and then waited. And then once Westbrook's off the books in the offseason, just another star player around Kevin Durant and try to run it back. But they didn't. I don't know what they're doing with the Dallas deal. I don't know. But now we're talking about the Lakers. Capo.
Yeah.
What's the Lakers' next move? Don't get Kyrie. What do they do now?
The tough thing is, man, as soon as the Kyrie news hit, I feel like there was I forgot about all the other options in the world.
The deadline is in 2 days. Yeah. What do the Lakers do?
So I'm thinking you still need to ship Westbrook off somehow, some way.
Please.
Yeah, it's a must. It's a must. I was already getting, into the thought of him being out of here and having Kyrie on the team. So
I was imagining like my Amazon order for the Kyrie Lakers jersey. I was imagining some championship banners.
Oh my God, I was ready, man. So
I was dreaming. I had a good dream that day before he got traded too.
So I thought it was so surefire. So I need him gone. I don't even want to think about him in a jersey anymore. I need my man. I'll take Josh Richardson, Doug McDermott, and Podol from the Spurs. Get them off their hands. Bring that over here. And later down the line. You said what?
As soon as he went 2 for 16 against Ian's Pacers, I was done. It was over. You can't even go 2 for 16, bro. I'm done.
I can't believe they lost that game.
I blew the lead, bro.
I can't believe that.
I get that they have a chance to let Westbrook walk and get Kyrie in the offseason and then try to form the big three. You have a max slot that opens when Westbrook goes, but I don't know about you guys, but there's no time to wait. To me, I'm uncomfortable if they try to wait until the offseason. I'm uncomfortable. You do realize that next season, LeBron is going to be in year 21. Does that sit right with you? You're going to try to build off a guy who's in year 21? I don't care if someone believes that LeBron's going to decline. LeBron declines slowly and he's still going to give you 25 next year. I don't care. I don't like to hear year 21. And also, not only that, next year, that's another season of mileage on AD's fragile body. So you got LeBron in year 21 and AD with more minutes on his soft body. You're really going to wait till that next season? Might as well call up Indiana, get Buddy Hield Turner. Get it done. Go to San Antonio, get Poto, get Richardson, get it done. You gotta make a move on the deadline. You have to save your season now. You can't wait till LeBron's another year older. Now LeBron's also past LeBron will also be past the scoring record. He'll be thinking of other things. AD has another injury on his body. Like, you can't be waiting until that. Miles Turner had 20 and 13 and hit 2 threes on the Lakers. Buddy Hield's a confirmed sniper. Get it done. Move Westbrook on a Wednesday, please, because if you wait until next season, and hopefully you can get a star player and try to build around hopefully you can rework the team in the offseason. You're going into next season with LeBron in year 21 and AD with another injury. You can't do that. You have to do it now. No waiting.
One of the interesting things that you brought up about you brought LeBron's age up and you brought his mileage up. Another thing to consider is the fact that not only is he's going to be in year 21, but you think about the fact that like he's probably played the equivalent of like at least a season or two of playoff games over all 20 of those years. So like they really need to be it's got to be chop. I think a trade partner in the Pacers is unrealistic with them extending Miles Turner. Maybe you get Buddy Hield. But I mean, that was just one thing that I did want to add. Also, again, with Westbrook, just kind of really nailing down that point. You can't let him go for nothing.
They're going to try to let him go so they can free up that money for Kyrie. But like I said, like if you're trying to work the offseason next year, you're going to go into that season with another disappointing year hanging on top of you with year 21 LeBron and another injury for Anthony Davis. I don't want you to wait. I don't want you to wait. That's too much. Just do it now. You still can save the season. Just do it now.
Yeah, I mean, clearly Westbrook still has some type of trade value.
Yeah, I need him gone before he gets his trade value down, man.
Yeah,
he's been building it up this season, so
yeah,
as long as he's worth something, man, get this man off my team.
Yeah, but that's I just wanted to just make it known because I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. Everyone's saying let's just wait to the offseason. I don't really hear a lot of people talking about the fact that LeBron's going to be in year 21 next year.
Yeah.
I don't care if LeBron can still give you 25 points. I don't feel comfortable hearing year 21. So I don't know. But we can do that. We can just move on from the Lakers. I talk about the Lakers too much too. I made a TikTok about the Lakers like 2 days ago, and then I like privated in like 2 minutes because I just realized I had like 8 straight videos surrounding like Kyrie or LeBron. And I was like, dude, this is becoming a LeBron like podcast, bro. And my profile picture is LeBron. I posted a LeBron related TikTok today and probably one today as well. Bro, I'm realizing this is gonna become like a LeBron podcast. And like, oh my God, bro. All I talk about is LeBron because all I know is LeBron. I don't like talking about what happened in the Magic Wizards game. Like,
you're right.
Yo, you want to talk about Bam Adebayo's improvement? No, I want to talk about LeBron, bro. It's kind of like what they do on all the main like television stations, like the Foxes, like all the FS1 shows. All they do is talk about the same teams. I think I might start seeing I'm starting to see a pattern on my podcast. I'm talking about the same teams over and over again. But that's just because those are the teams I like. Those are the teams I know the most about, teams I'm passionate about, teams that I have a take about. Like Shannon Sharp's always going to talk about the Lakers. Nick Wright's always going to talk about the Chiefs. You know, like all of that.
We don't want to hear about the Hornets and the Magic's issues.
No, like do you want me to talk about Julius? I mean, we talked about the Knicks, so I did talk about the Knicks, but do you want me to talk about Julius Randle's sudden improvement? Like, no, bro, I'm good. He said, "Gawk." All right, bro. Now, I don't know if you guys. I think you guys saw the story. Did you guys see that story of? It was against the Pacers, so I'm guessing it was last night or 2 days ago.
Oh yeah,
Ja Morant leaving the stadium, bro.
Yeah.
And his friend points a red dot sight at a Pacers staff member.
Boy, some thugs, man.
You know what's interesting? It's interesting though, because he was talking yesterday about Twitter how like people want to paint him as a villain or something. He's done the painting himself. Was it not just a few months ago when he threatened a fan on Twitter saying it's free to see how Hollows feel?
No, I think he said, what did he say? It's like on site, or like he was saying some like, what did he exactly say? He like threatened a fan. It wasn't
exactly
on.
What he said.
Yeah, no,
he said it was on site.
The Memphis Grizzlies as a whole are just fake tough guys.
Fake Dylan Brooks too.
Yeah,
dude, this fake thug thing is getting out of hand.
It doesn't make sense to me, bro.
I mean, I get it. I guess I see a lot of rappers doing this too. At some point, bro, you just gotta like let it go. Once you get so rich, you can't be like surrounding yourself around all these guys, because the people it's not only that Ja is fake being the hood, he's also surrounding himself around hood dudes. So it's not that he's like, you're surrounding yourself with guys who are flashing guns at a staff member, bro. I think John Morant just needs a wake-up call, like a suspension or something like that, because sooner or later he's
kind of gotten
hurt.
out of control lately.
Sooner or later he's going to get hurt. I've seen it with rappers too. Sooner or later, like I've seen rappers get hurt from like these rappers. I mean, I get they came from childhoods and situations where they were surrounded by these people, and that's kind of like what they grew up around. But I mean, once you get a certain amount of money, once you get a certain house, a certain life, you got to let it go. And I don't even know who Ja Morant's flexing on. Is he flexing on like 8-year-old Grizzly fans on Twitter? Who is Ja Morant flexing this thug attitude to? Who is he flexing it to? Some 13-year-old in his Twitter comments? Who is he flexing this to, bro?
I don't understand what he feels like he has to prove. Knowing
who is he acting hard to?
You know, you got to the league, bro. You're making your millions. You got your Nike shoe. You got your endorsements. You're set, my guy. And I don't know his upbringing or whatever. But even then, people work their whole lives to remove themselves from that situation. And this man's putting themselves in there as a millionaire.
People in the hood would kill to be in Ja Morant's situation.
Exactly.
They would kill to let all that stuff go, all that gangster stuff go, and be in Ja Morant's situation. Ja Morant's over here as, dude, you're in the National Basketball Association.
He's taking it backwards.
He's about to throw it away. He really is.
Yeah. Before he gets hurt, he needs to relax. 2 or 3 years, I'm not saying someone's gonna like not like physically hurt, but like, you know, league might reach in his pockets. He might get suspended. I don't know how deep this investigation's going with this gun thing, but dude, you're an NBA. This shouldn't like happen.
Yeah,
and I don't want to blame him fully also for that situation too, because it could just be like something that was out of his control. Some of the guys that just around him that don't know how to play their role within the whole, their whole dynamic. But I don't want to fully blame him.
It wasn't John didn't do it, but you're still surrounding yourself with people who could be able to do it.
Right.
You shouldn't be leaving a stadium with dudes with guns in the car, bro. And I think they were denying it, saying it wasn't a gun. There was no gun, but you still shouldn't be surrounding yourself with this, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Ian wants to touch it again, but
I said what I said. I think that Ja, as well as his teammates, have gone from a team that people have been like, oh, they're on the come up, and people have wanted to root for, and they like their game, to a team that everybody is starting to really despise. And I think that Ja is, if he needs to just calm it down, because he and his dad, beefing with Sharp, and it seems like they just can't stay out the news cycle. So, I'm not going to pray on his downfall or anything like that, but I'm just, something's got to change.
When the Grizzlies blew up and Ja Morant came in the league out of college, everyone was fans of Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. Everyone was like, oh, yo, this is a cool story. This is a cool, fun team. All of a sudden, they win a couple games against the Timberwolves. They start yapping.
Yeah.
Ja Morant's on Twitter saying it's on site when I see you. Like, no one wants to hear that you're an NBA player. And I don't know who in the NBA is taking Ja Morant seriously. There's no way Ja Morant thinks Donovan Mitchell is looking over at him like, oh my God, bro.
Aren't they under 500 in the West?
Yes,
bro.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
they are.
I mean, they just need to focus on playing basketball, not grittying, not assaulting dudes on and off the court. They need to play basketball.
Yeah, don't worry about what Glock you got in your car, bro.
Yeah,
worrying about putting the ball in the hoop, winning games against the teams that you said you were good against, instead of the Glock in your car, bro. I don't know. Dude, you have a mansion, you have millions of dollar contract, you're set for life, and you're gonna do all this dumb stuff because you can't let this thug persona go.
They're 15
There's
and
no one in
16
the
against the West.
NBA who is impressed by this thug thing of yours, bro. So why?
Who is he
15
trying
and
to like,
16.
really? Who is he trying to scare, bro?
He's trying to scare
You're
these
surrounded by grown men that
13-year-old
making the same
Grizzlies
amount of money
fan,
as you.
13-year-old Grizzly hater on Twitter. He's trying to impress. At this point, he's just trying to show off to the 15-year-old NBA fan on Twitter. That's all. That's it. Dude, he's threatening teenagers on Twitter.
Didn't he punched a teenager.
He did. He did.
We're family. I don't know why it took us this long to. He punched one. He's still under investigation with that, if I'm not mistaken.
All Ja could have done was just been that cool guy who could score, flashy, wins a couple games against Memphis, starts yapping, bro.
Yeah, it felt like
everyone's wishing on their downfall.
Like a D-Roy Rose, storyline. Everybody loved him coming in, slowly turned into that, Gilbert Arenas.
Oh my God! I can't wait for John Morant to have a Gilbert Arenas storyline because it could. It's not that out of the ballpark. It's literally not that out of the ballpark. We know what happened.
He's demonstrating the same characteristics.
He already has guns in his car. Who knows? Maybe in a year, him and Dylan Brooks get at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Threatens to pull out a Glock on him, bro. A little piece. But, whatever. I don't want to keep talking about Ja. He doesn't deserve my time. So the last topic of the day, actually, since we're a short show, we got to talk about the Super Bowl. I was going to say this for Friday, but since I think Friday's going to be more of like NBA debates. This is going to be like NBA debate type shows. I got to talk about Super Bowl on Monday. I'm going to do my predictions today because I won't have time to on Friday. So Super Bowl 57 on Fox, 6:30 on Sunday. I'm excited for this game. I haven't seen my team, my Colts, in there since I was 7. So I've been rooting as a neutral in the Super Bowl for the longest time. But we got the Eagles and Chiefs. And I want to ask you guys, before I give you my opinion, who's winning Super Bowl 57?
Definitely saying the Chiefs, man. They proved it, bro. They continue to prove every single time that they deserve to be there every single year in that conversation as a team to beat. They might fumble here and there, but I'm putting all my faith into Patrick Mahomes. I never doubt that guy anymore. So it's the same type of vibe that you do with Brady. You don't really doubt that, man. So he's getting that type of respect out of me. I think the Eagles, they worked to where they're at. Obviously, they ended up here at the Super Bowl. Great record too. So I just think, this is the Eagles' first real experience up there, and the Chiefs, it feels like they've been here time and time again. So yeah, I'm definitely saying I'm giving it to the Chiefs.
I'm torn because in the same breath, I agree with you, but in the other, I'm also thinking, I'm like, the Chiefs are very hobbled right now. We don't know what their receiver situation is right now. I would doubt that Mahomes is completely 100%.
I think he will be close to it. Not fully healthy, but I think he should be like 80, 90%.
The Chiefs definitely have some of the best players that will be on the field, but I feel like one thing that I've watched with Philadelphia is that they just win in the trenches. They have the better O-line. They have the better D-line. That's where football games are won. So I have to go with the Eagles just because, we don't know if Juju is going to be there. We don't know if Tony is going to be on the field. To some, you were watching the AFC Championship and you kept hearing them talking about dudes like, was it Matt Kemp, Tony Kemp, and a bunch of just no-name receivers.
Sky Moore.
And Sky Moore has a fumbling problem. I don't know. And the Chiefs, they were separate note. They seemed like they were beating themselves in the AFC Championship. They almost coughed that game up. I think they should have blown Cincinnati out. But I haven't been on the show in a minute. But I got the Eagles. I just think they're the healthier team. They're better in the trenches. I want Patrick Mahomes and them to win. I have kind of like how the Chiefs play football. I also like Travis Kelce. But I just think that right now the Eagles are deeper, they're healthier, and they're the better team up front.
And I mainly said the Chiefs only because I did look at what they've been able to do while they're hobbled, who they had to run into coming into the like going into the Super Bowl. And I'm looking at the Eagles route, and it looks a little shaky to me. So it's
That's fair.
yeah. That's just kind of how I was looking at it too.
I do see what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles, I think there've been certain times like the scores look better than they actually were. Like the game against the 49ers, that game was not won all the way.
Yeah.
And I think that if the 49ers had a quarterback for that game, that game's probably closer. The Giants game, I'm trying to kind of recall that.
It was a
But
blowout. Giants game was a
yeah,
blowout.
I'm pretty sure they had that game 1.5. But I mean, I don't know. I really do see that Brady mentality though when it comes to Mahomes.
Yeah. I give him all the benefit of the doubt, man.
The other thing,
Okay.
but the other thing that bothers me about the Chiefs is Spagnuolo's defense. It's like he's good in big games, but it seems like the only way he's able to do that is by sending the house every time.
That's what he's known for, though.
He is just no.
That's what he's known for, though. That blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was when the Bengals were capitalizing. When you blitz all the time, eventually the team's gonna pick that up.
That front seven carries the Chiefs defense. Carries.
I just hope this isn't like the Seahawks and Broncos.
I don't think it will be.
That was number one offense, number one defense too. That was a blowout.
My Super Bowl prediction. The only reason, the only couple reasons that you'll take the Chiefs is that they've been there, done that, and they have the best quarterback and the best weapon. But the Eagles easily have the deeper team. And I think the Chiefs have the two best players, but I think the Eagles clear at every other spot below. I think they're deeper. And their best and their quarterback, it's not like their quarterback is that far off. Yes, they have the inferior quarterback, but their quarterback's still an MVP candidate. Their quarterback has been in a national championship game. He's throwing to two wide receivers who are both top 15, so it's not like he doesn't have weapons.
Right.
The Eagles are still the third best offense in football, and it could have been the number one offense if Jalen Hurts didn't get hurt. But the reason why I'm picking the Eagles, in terms of yards, the main reason why I'm picking the Eagles, outside of them being deep, is that they're gonna win that trench battle. That line of scrimmage is theirs. I saw it against San Francisco. That 49ers defense I know they didn't have momentum because they didn't have their quarterback. But that 49ers defense that I hyped up all postseason, I saw them get pushed around by that offensive line. I saw them struggling to guard the dual threat and the misdirection, the zone reads, and the ability of Jalen Hurts in that running game, the gravity of Jalen Hurts' legs. It's going to be impossible for the linebackers of Kansas City to guard. They're going to have trouble defending that. The Eagles have the better O-line, D-line, and running game. The Chiefs have a middle-of-the-pack defense. The Eagles, like I said, the Eagles are the number 3 offense and a top defense. Yes, the Chiefs are on the number 1 offense, but they are a middle-of-the-pack defense. There's a disparity in defense. And like I said, they're going to struggle guarding dual Hurts. And I'm old enough to remember when the Eagles won a Super Bowl with the inferior quarterback and a great pass rush. I'm old enough to remember. 2018, they had they went up against the GOAT, and they won the game on a strip sack. This year, they're going up against the possibly future GOAT, the MVP, and they have a guy in Hassan Reddick who can get to the quarterback when they want. So I think it's going to be a close game because of Patrick Mahomes. But I just think I'm going to put I'm going to put my money on the team that is deeper and has a better chance of winning the line of scrimmage than the team that is extremely top heavy.
Just another thing to point out too. I know they didn't have AJ Brown last season, but these teams did play last season, and Kansas City did win 42-30. So that is kind of an important thing to note. Even though last season is last season, but I don't think it'll be a massacre.
Hopefully it's not, dude. If I turn on a TV and see that Tampa Bay Kansas City Super Bowl again,
yeah, that would be painful.
I want to see a Super Bowl like last year, bro. When it comes down to the final minute, last drive, you make it or you don't. I want to see that. But yeah, it's hard for me to bet against Mahomes. I literally just made a TikTok last week claiming that he has a GOAT path and is easily top 10. And now I'm betting against him, so I might sound like I'm backpedaling. But no, I just think the Eagles, like Ian said, they're the deeper team. They can win the line of scrimmage. I saw them push San Francisco around, ran the ball. What they had, like 200 plus yards on San Francisco on the ground. I know they had the advantage the whole way. Not going against a team without a quarterback makes it easier to push the line of scrimmage because the defense doesn't have momentum and you have a better field position. But I saw some great works. I still can't discredit what their offensive line's doing. Outside of quarterback and tight end, I think the Eagles beat them in every position. They easily have better receivers. The Chiefs have a good O-line. The Chiefs have a good O-line, but I'm going to take the Eagles because 1 through 5, the Eagles have the better O-line.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have Chris Jones, but front 7 depth, easily Eagles. And defensive backs, I'm giving the Eagles again. I just think every position, outside of quarterback and tight end, you got to go Eagles. And when you have depth so far in your advantage, this isn't basketball. I think in a basketball NBA final, I'm going to take the team with the top best players. But but more than I would in football. In football, this is 11 on 11. You have to have depth. It can't be a 2v11. You got to have depth in football. And I'm just going to take the team with the most depth and the stronger front 7 and offensive line.
The other thing is L'Jarius Sneed for the Chiefs, one of the top corners, is questionable for the game. So, I mean, again, you talk about having to worry about Goddard, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and to a lesser degree, Quez Watkins. I mean, he even sneaks up on dudes at times. I just think it's going to be a lot for the Chiefs defense.
Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers said that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, you see that? He said that the passing attack of the Chiefs is going to expose the Eagles because the 49ers were going to if they had Brock Purdy. Who is Mahomes going to expose them with? Who?
He's made it happen now.
I mean, they just have to. The guys are questionable. I mean, I think my answer would definitely change if I knew that Juju and company were playing, but I don't. And I just can't.
I can't. Be interesting to see.
But I've seen Mahomes make it work with any type of wide receiver. So
yeah, I was about to say the Greats can make it work.
But I saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay when I think we had a similar situation. Now, yes, the Chiefs' offensive line is better today than it was 2 years ago, but similar situation-ish where the Chiefs had the top. They were top heavy. They had Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey, and then you got to a lot of Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay's depth, especially on the line of scrimmage, showed against Kansas City. I'm going to take the team. Yes, the O-line of Kansas City got better, and we're not going to see what we saw against Tampa Bay completely. But it's a similar situation where the Chiefs, again, have the top best talent, but once we go down the line, it is all of their opponents. And the depth showed in the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay were just better in more positions. And since football is 11 on 11, I'm going to take the team that is just better in most positions.
Yeah. And if Kansas City wins, I'll come out and say I was ass out wrong.
No, I mean,
I will.
I think it's going to be really close. I still can see it going either way. It's only a 1.5 point favorite to Philadelphia. So
Really.
they really think it's going to be close. And I think most of that line is because of Patrick Mahomes. So,
Yeah.
but it's
He
going to be
played
interesting, man.
really well against the Bengals for being hobbled.
Hobbled, yeah. But it's
So.
going to be interesting, man. It's the Super Bowl. Well, I've said my picks on the Super Bowl. If you guys have anything else to say, I got nothing else to say on the pod, bro.
We touched on everything, man.
Yeah, we hit the nail on the head for sure.
These comments, and then we can end it. Oh, he's talking about actually, Heat fan, by the way. Okay. Omegle stream. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 13 of Some Casual Takes. I like the Monday vibe, bro. Just get in and out.
Yeah,
say what you have off your chest. Nothing heated, just like a casual sports conversation. And then wait till Friday when this gets heated up. I'm going to try to see what I can get on Friday because I got some stuff to say for the NBA debates. Thank you guys for listening. I'm Stephen Pepper. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube and the TikTok. I'm out.